about air pollution and the sources and then the impacts that air pollution have on our health, I think you need to understand that air pollution comes from industry, big point sources we call them, comes from local sources like your area dry cleaners and your bakeries, and from mobile sources from all the cars and the trucks and the buses that we have. And so when we talk about air pollution, when we start combusting fuels and we start burning fuels or burning coal, we end up with byproducts, and those byproducts create air pollution. And so we know that in Northeast Ohio, ozone is a big problem for us. We also know that fine particle pollution is a big problem for us. What's bad is that the air pollution impacts your lung tissues. So if you have asthma or if you have allergies, air pollution will aggravate those. And so we have to really be conscious when the air pollution is elevated that we want people that are sensitive to stay indoors or take it easy on those days. When we talk about fine particle pollution, the sources include diesel, trucks, and buses. And what's emitted are these little bits of dust, really small. And what they do is they get into your lungs, and they actually go from your lungs into your bloodstream. And so not only does it affect your lung capacity, but it affects your cardiovascular system. And so we really want people to be cautious if they have lung and cardiovascular problems, to pay attention on air pollution advisory days. We always want to know, has our air gotten worse or has it gotten better? And I think over the years we need to understand that we've learned a lot about sources of air pollution, and our air has gotten better. When we talk about managing air pollution and sources of air emissions, let's be clear, we have air pollution in the atmosphere, but then we also have industries and we have sources of air pollution. There are several things that are going on. The Clean Air Act engages US EPA, which engages Ohio EPA, which works with the City of Cleveland Division of Air Pollution Control to manage emission sources. And so through these regulatory efforts, we've seen a lot of improvements in our air quality and reductions in air emissions. One of the things you'll notice is we have cleaner gasoline. We have cleaner engine standards. Now we have more miles per gallon per average increases that we're looking at. Not only is this happening for cars and trucks, it's also happening for locomotives and marine vessels. And so we're looking at fuel changes, we're looking at engine changes, we're looking at controls on big stacks, we're looking at all kinds of new ideas to reduce air emissions. And so I would like to see communities who have not actively participated in environmental issues, water, air quality, land use development decisions. I hope people come to the table and have their voice heard and registered, because that is when we will make changes. It's those community people that understand what affects them locally, and so they need to help us find the right solutions for that neighborhood. I think that we all need to embrace that Cleveland will be a place that people will want to come. Why will people want to come here? We have a great community, we have an interesting landscape, we have great water, and we have a built environment that has aesthetically pleasing opportunities here. I think we need to be ready for them, and when growth comes, we have to be able to allow that growth to happen. And so if we can reduce our emissions, that allows more people to come here, have less impact on the environment.